Alrighty, looks like we're live. Hello everyone, welcome to Australian States Cup. We got a little bit of a mirror match right now for us. No states involved, quite so much. New Zealand B versus New Zealand C. Gotta be a little bit of a tough one for one of these teams here, especially considering I believe New Zealand C's first match came into New Zealand A, meaning that if they do end up losing here, it means that they go through the tournament without versing a single Australian team. We'll have to see how that goes for them. Lineups, I believe D team, I've familiarized myself more or less with the B team. You've got Goofster, you've got P, you've got a couple others. C team looks like they've got Neavako, Flaming Goat, yes, maxb, and your mum. Names I'm familiar with. I know maxb as someone who, particularly in 5AU and Z, did push fairly above their weight. Got some good points against Haley in match. Guess I know from he's been around forever, pretty much. Been getting into the game recently, I think. I've seen him streaming on Twitch a fair bit. And Neavako, obviously the captain for the team. I'll have to see how they go into the powerhouses that are on New Zealand B though. Players such as Goofster, P, rumii and OneShotFox, pawb as well, who I'm not super familiar with, but the scores from him last week certainly show that he's got some power to him. All look like pretty difficult challenges to get over. Looking as we're getting into picks and bans, Neavako's going for the second ban, which means that New Zealand B will have to show their hand first, even if not wholly. If I had to go by instinct, I would get the impression that New Zealand C is probably looking for the no-odd picks, whereas the New Zealand B will mostly just be looking to go into those really difficult to four-way maps, where they sort of just have a bit more confidence on those mechanics picks, on the gimmick picks, etc. Well, New Zealand B countering with second pick, so New Zealand C will have to open up and see what they've got first. No, one ban from New Zealand B makes a lot of sense. Getting rid of anything that can really just be comfortably played by 3 members of any one team. If I had to suspect, I could see a no-mod 5 ban here. A DT3 of course makes sense as well, hidden 2, yep, 2 just very polarizing picks. But it is New Zealand C's pick to go after we see New Zealand B's second ban. If they're going down that one route, they might look for a Frimob 1 ban, might look for a Hard Rock hidden 1, etc. Yep, there we go, Xylophone out of the pool. Now our question is, with number 1 down, what does New Zealand C go for here? Could still be that Aoi Cho pick, could definitely see a Frimob 1 play here. Alright, time to see what they come up with. Yep, and there it is, that's the Frimob 1. Looks like they're trusting on their aim to be the difference maker in these early picks. Do not believe that is the Frimob 1, that's the Frimob 1 from last week. Give it a second while the ref seems to work his magic. Looking at players that can contest on this, from New Zealand B, my assumption would be most likely rumii, pawb +1. Maybe OneShotFox comes in, maybe Goofster or P, they're all possible. On New Zealand C, Neavako definitely in. Beyond that, I'm probably expecting maybe maxb and your mum. Maybe Guess comes in if he's feeling confident on the aim. We'll have to see who's got what. There we go. Ah, good fun. Well played, well played. Alright, looks like the lines are shaping out. Looks like Guess is in, along with Neavako and Flaming Goat. Who I'm not super familiar with, but hopefully able to do some good work here to get them this point. On the other side, we're looking at Goofster, PM, OneShotFox, all capable players in their own right. As a reminder, for mods in free mod, I believe one free mod is legal, which means that generally you'll be seeing one hard rock, one hidden, one no mod, or an overmod. In the case of New Zealand C, we can see that with Guess and Neavako both going with the hard rock. Flaming Goat on the hidden, as they'll, I believe he's the lowest ranked player on the team. We'll have to see if he's maybe got a bit of a hidden specialist here. AR9 density, definitely not super easy on a map like this. Early tidings look like Neavako and the act with that 88 in particular really setting them back here as they're about 50k points down. No combo breaks yet though, so still certainly opportunity. Looks like all players are holding strong as we go into the first chorus though. Looking at P still holding on SS, we'll see how long that lasts. Goofster not far behind with that 99.4. Guess down is the first break. Neavako following right up, and with two hard rock combos down, it's all up to Flaming Goat on that hidden to really carry this through for the team. It's not impossible, but you have to see some breaks pretty quickly. OneShotFox coming in to help out, but with P and Goofster still holding, that's pretty heavy combo deficit, 200k down. OneShotFox breaking again does alleviate the pressure a little bit, but with P's 99.6, it's looking pretty oppressive here. Guess and Neavako are starting to recover their combos though, so provided they can clutch up for the next half of this map, there is an opportunity. Coming into the next KI. That awkward aim coming through, all teams holding on pretty well here. Have to see how long that lasts. So we get into another pretty intensive aim section here. Flaming Goat doing a phenomenal job for New Zealand C here, but does finally find that break in accordance with the caster curse. Meanwhile, P and Goofster just doing an absolute clinic on this map. .99.66 on P is just crazy work on the hidden. And P does finally drop. Goofster is the only remaining full combo. Neavako about 300 behind, but at a 500k deficit, I don't think it's enough. Yeah, no recovery combos on the side of New Zealand C. At least not impactful enough to turn the tides here, especially with Guess and Flaming Goat breaking there. Does he hold out for the FC? We'll have to see. Ooh, right at the end of the aim section, Goofster does find the break. And we come out with pretty good scores from the B team, 850k and 750k from Goofster and P respectively. Really shoutouts to Neavako and Flaming Goat there for, I believe it was it 450 or 540? Yeah, there we go. Two 500ks from Flaming Goat and Neavako. Doing good work to keep him competitive. Do unfortunately lose their first pick though. And now we'll have to see what New Zealand B tries to counter with. I could definitely see a DT2 here. I could definitely see no mod rating is definitely possible. Lots of options for no mod New Zealand B here. Alright, from a through pick. Oh, I believe this is density? I believe this is high BPM tapping density from memory. We'll have to see how accurate that is. Yeah, this map sounds like I can just hear it from right now, even outside of the map. Sounds like there's so much tapping in this. Alright, looking like we're getting into it now. Seeing your mum for New Zealand C coming in here. Pawb also entering in for New Zealand B. Looks like no overmodding this time. Your mum and Neavako going for the hidden and hard rock respectively. Flaming Goat and the no mod. Meanwhile, Pawb, the resident hard rock player for New Zealand B, and Goofster on the hidden. I'd say that's also pretty much where Goofster wants to be. Perfectly happy with taking that hidden, I think. Early on, looks like both Flaming Goat and your mum have found breaks. Meanwhile, New Zealand B holding on without any trouble. Your mum continuing to find breaks, which will be a little difficult as this map goes on, as the lead is already broken up to about 100k plus. Pawb does find the first break for New Zealand B though. gives a little bit of leeway, but with that Neavako break, it's going to be a lot harder to make anything happen. And with Flaming Goat down, that is all combos gone for New Zealand C, but only OneShotFox does remain for New Zealand B. But 250k lead at this point, not even halfway through the map. It's going to be really... Oh, Chamber Miss from OneShotFox though. Does mean there's some opportunity, but Neavako, the only remaining combo for New Zealand C with 88% AC, makes this really difficult to come back. Both the modern players on New Zealand B starting to recover their combos. Well, pawb does find another break. Your mum, unfortunately, continuing to find drops. Flaming Goat not far behind. Goofster does break himself, though. Neavako really fighting for his life to hold on to that combo, but does lose it there. Cheeks look like they might have been a bit too much. OneShotFox with that really impressive 650 recovery combo. Does find another miss, but looks like he's done more than enough here. Breaks pretty much across the board from New Zealand C. And after OneShotFox broke, I mean, Goofster's recovery combo is just shot right up here as well, taking the top score of the lobby as it stands. Yeah, and there's just nothing New Zealand C can do here. Pretty utter decimation as with 360k, Goofster has 1v3 the entirety of New Zealand C here. OneShotFox wasn't far off doing it themselves. Actually, I think nearly every player on New Zealand B has 1v3'd, besides OneShotFox here, who has missed out by a matter of about 10k. Yeah, rough days for New Zealand C on that pick, but they do have their own pick to try and recover here. We'll have to see what they go for. Alright, let's see what New Zealand's answer is here. The C team in particular. I might look for a DT1 here as potential. Besides that, in terms of maps you can sort of just pick up and play, really, there's not much left in the pool with that no 1 in 3 mob hard 1 ban. Especially after the 3 mob 1 winner, right? Well, does look like they go for the NM3 though. Looking to see if they can take a point on the alternator picks. And this will be pretty telling, because if New Zealand C can clutch out a point here, they might be able to look to even the hidden 3 as an answer, even though that's maybe arguably more slider tech than alternator, but even the DT4 might be an option. If you can find a point here, a lot of maps do open up to you. But if New Zealand B continues to shut New Zealand C here, it's going to be a really tough time. Another break. But Flamingo drops 2, so it's just Neavako versus P. And Neavako drops in the 1-6. P's uncontested. Looked like there was opportunity there, but he just shuts it out. Looks like New Zealand being really paying the price for seemingly not being all that practiced on this, but looks like they're getting away with it at only a 70k lead. As combos have fully reset, biggest is Goofster in the lobby, with Neavako about 70 combo behind? Behind, that's the one. But is pretty much the accuracy leader. Does drop down to that 97, and P does seem to hold at that high 98, but... Ooh, another break from Neavako, not going to help the case for New Zealand C as Goofster continues to hold. P finds a break on seemingly nothing. But once again, Goofster is completely uncontested here. Looks like he's gotten out of whatever... Oh, not quite. My apologies. He does find a drop, but... Looks like there's pretty much a full combo wipe across the entire lobby here. No one's really standing out at the moment in terms of our combo leads here. He has pushed up to 200, slightly ahead of both the New Zealand combos, as Flamingo does break his own. OneShotFox with another break, but Neavako dropping is the last relevant combo for New Zealand C here. And now it's once again P and Goofster uncontested to take it to the ending here. Goofster with another break, OneShotFox flying quickly behind, but with a 200k lead, it looks like they've done it. As P builds that combo back up to about 600 to close the map. A 500k to keep this match squarely in their favour. That's once again New Zealand B's pick. I'll have to see what their answer is here. Comfortably in the lead for these first 3 picks. We'll have to see if they can keep the streak up. Yep, they are going without tapping up the DT2. After being pretty comfortably in the lead throughout pretty much the entirety of Frame 3. Seems pretty natural that DT2 is the next play. Alrighty, looks like we're kicking off once again here. New Zealand B looking for their 4th straight pick in a row. Considering how the first starting pick turned out, it should be another one that's squarely in the favour of New Zealand B here, but only time will tell. Pawb with the first break, but Flame Goat and maxb do all trade. Meaning it is just once again Neavako versus OneShotFox, as Goofster did find a break as well that missed. With that 4% accolade from Goofster compared to Neavako, it's going to be pretty difficult for New Zealand B to recover here. Although a straight break from Goofster could definitely change the tempo of this match. OneShotFox really though with that highlight combo here at the 98. Neavako does unfortunately find that break. Means that there are 3 pretty much uncontested combos here for New Zealand B. Flaming Goat trying to make the recovery here. Struggling a bit at 90% ac, but this map only gets harder as it gets deeper in. It's going to make it harder and harder for New Zealand C to scrape by this recovery. OneShotFox finding a break, but pretty much the entirety of New Zealand B once again with their combos down. As Goofster has recovered that 800 combo here. Yeah, looks like once again there's no combos here to contest the New Zealand B roster. Looks like Goofster once again pushing for that 1v3 performance. Pawb with a pretty impressive recovery as well here. Goofster finds a break just as the map closes up, but he's done more than enough here. Fourth point to New Zealand B. Alright, we'll have to see what New Zealand C tries to recover with here. After the loss on the Frame 1 and the number 3, feels like it's really hard to really find angles in here, but if they can see something that we can't, there might be an opportunity to finally put a point on the board here. And really, it's never been more urgent. It's very realistic this could be the last pick of the tournament for them. And looks like they're going to try for the hidden one. Alrighty. Coming in here, New Zealand B versus New Zealand C on the hidden one. New Zealand B giving a bit of trash talk with how many times they've FC'd this map. We'll have to see if they can replicate it here. OneShotFox with an early break. Matched by Neavako though, along with Flaming Goat. Your Mum's the only remaining combo for New Zealand C here, but recoveries from Flaming Goat certainly still in the picture. OneShotFox with another break. P break as well, giving the early lead to New Zealand C here. Your Mum finding an unfortunate drop though. Neavako fortunately has found that recovery combo to support Flaming Goat here, but we'll have to see how long they can keep that going. Neavako drops, leaving once again Flaming Goat as the only combo here for New Zealand C. Lead now going over to New Zealand B, and with that Flaming Goat break, it's going to shoot right over. With an uncontested 450 combo from B. At 99.4 as well. Fox having a lot of drops here, but as long as P holds that combo here, there's really no worry for them. Your Mum has found the recovery though, to support Flaming Goat here. Only 100k deficit, looking like one of the most... P broke some nothing. That big combo advantage they had suddenly vanishes into thin air, but can't really ask for much more than a neutral state here for New Zealand C. If they can see another break from maybe Goofster or Fox, they have a pretty reasonable chance of bringing this back here. But the Flaming Goat drop. But Goofster and OneShotFox all drop. Now it's Your Mum with the highest combo in the lobby. If they can hold here, it's going to swap over. Impeded only by that insanely impressive act from P, but if Your Mum can hold this, they can take this point. But as Your Mum drops, P once again just looking like an absolute rock for the New Zealand B team on this pick. Just not flinching. And once again, with another drop from Neavako and Your Mum, doesn't look like there's any ins for New Zealand C here. And it looks like that triple break might just seal it. P at that 750 combo, Goofster down at the 430 with the second highest. And New Zealand C, look, credits to them. They've had opportunities in two of these picks. Even 1, number 3 both looked pretty doable. But New Zealand B is going to take it here, 5-0. And now there's some pretty tough questions to ask yourself if New Zealand C here. Pretty much out of your hands to whether or not New Zealand B takes this last pick or not. If they go into any anti-mod gimmick, I could imagine it's very difficult for New Zealand C to put up a full roster here. A free mod 2 could just be the kill shot. Alternatively, no mod 2, they've seen their tapping proficiency do a lot of work so far in this match, so also very reasonable. Looks like it's a Fremont 4 pick for New Zealand B though. First I've seen of this map, so no clue personally what the skill set is. Should be getting into things shortly. Alright, getting into what could very well be the last pick of the match here. Look at that cat. Judging by the song, expecting this to be some sort of mech tech pick. Neavako with an early break. Goofster trading, but OneShotFox down as well. Combos are in the favour of New Zealand C here, but with the Your Mum break, his 99.6 is going to do a lot of work for them once again here. Ooh, Flaming go with the misread there from the looks of it. And it's a full combo reset for New Zealand C. P does find the drop though, and now there are very quickly no combos on the board except for Gooster's 200 here. And as recoveries start to come out from the New Zealand B lineup, once again a fairly small lead, but with how short this map is, a 100k combo is pretty dangerous here if you're outside of New Zealand B, C. Ooh, Neavako breaks on just before it gets in, and now it's no combos on the board, but with a 200k lead for New Zealand B, it's looking like it's about to be closed out here. Going to the 1/3 section, no one looking comfortable in this, but Goofster does make it through. OneShotFox as well. And with that, it looks like they've done enough. New Zealand C desperately looking for anything to claw onto, but with no combos here, it looks like it's just sealed. Taking it home with 3 Moving up to a 400k from Goofster, and a 300k from OneShotFox. P also with that very strong act in the lobby, 96, pretty much uncontested from anyone here. New Zealand B is going to take it, 6-0. Unfortunate situation New Zealand C here, who did end up coming in playing New Zealand A and B. Unfortunately, unable to play any of the Australian teams this tournament, but did do their best. Very reasonably could have taken that number 3 and the hidden 1. Best of luck to New Zealand B as they continue onwards, and thank you New Zealand C for playing. We'll see you next time.